Hey, don't do that. Hi, I'm Gabrielle. Welcome to my channel. This is a holiday glam look, so easy to achieve, and literally anyone can do it. So if you'd like to see how this happened, keep watching. Like, comment, subscribe. This is my first video, so I'm like, ring the bell. That's what they say in all the ones that I watch. So do all those things. Don't say anything rude, and welcome to my tutorial. Okay, first of all, before you start anything, wash your hands, get everything clean, clean face, moisturize, all that jazz. Going in first with the Pore Professionals by Benefit. Just gonna rub it in. Now, it's totally up to you, personal preference, whether you do your eyes first or your face. I like to start with my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I really like this Becca. So I'm just gonna take this e.l.f. brush, go right in and set that. A fluffy-ish brush. I'm gonna mostly be using the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's very dirty because I use it all the time. If you do your makeup daily, I would say this is a palette for you. There are so many shades, and really, it's just, come on. So I'm gonna start in this shade right here, which is called Pukey. And I'm just gonna tap it off, and I'm gonna start kind of near my crease, and this is gonna be the transition shade. Why do you do this? Well, it just helps to blend your whole look together. I'm gonna go for like a warm toned, smoky, glittery holiday gel. The same brush, and I'm gonna go into Roxanne right here. I'm just gonna warm up the edges, kind of in the same lines, using your, you know, when you push it, your eye socket, just kind of using that as my guide, as my line, right under the first shade. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush into this more burgundy shade, which is called Hillster. I'm just gonna hit the baby corners right here. Okay, now I'm gonna take the same brush we used before, and I'm just gonna dip it into that first shade and the second one, and just kind of buff it. Once you are happy with the blend, I am going to go in with a flatter brush, pick up a metallic-y color, a creamsicle, which is this golden shade. Okay, just picking it up with my brush. I'm just gonna push it on into the center. Oh, that's lovely. That is nice. And then I'm just kind of patting it in, and I'm gonna edge the top of it at the top of my crease. Do the same thing on the other side. I like to start in the center. Wherever you put your brush down first is where you're gonna get the most color. Okay, and then the same thing here. Oh dear, I've gone too far in the corner. It's not a big deal. I'm just gonna pick up a little and dust down the edge again to really blend in the corner. Makeup is kind of cool because even if you mess up, you really can't mess up. It just goes in a different direction. Unless you mess up your eyeliner, then you messed up. Add a little extra to this. I'm gonna take this darker color into the inner corner too. It's just gonna add a little something. First brush again, it still has color, and I'm just gonna kind of blend out the corner. Make sure it all looks nice and put together. No harsh lines, just a beautiful smoke situation. The Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. I'm gonna use this gold color, and I'm just going to tap it lightly in the center and see how it goes. Okay, yeah. Wow. It's very wet and it has a lot of glitter. Like if you use the Stila glitter wet ones, those ones are fire. I would definitely recommend those ones. So I'm just gonna take maybe my finger and just kind of no. Nope. Right back in there, put that shit back. Okay. I'm gonna let that dry, and then this side looks better because I didn't touch it yet. I'm gonna let this dry and then try to buff out the edges. It's very wet. Dispersing it was better. It's very pretty. It's stunning on. But I don't love the way that applied. Okay. Dry, 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 dry. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. It's definitely a whole holiday vibe. I think I'm gonna add some brown into my outer corner to just darken it up a teensy bit. I'm gonna take a very pointed brush, like very pointed. I'm just gonna blend it with this brown, and I'm just gonna pop it onto the outer corner and try to blend it inwards towards this wet situation. The same brush from the very first time, and I'm just gonna blend it a little more. Moving on, I'm gonna go in with, I like to do my foundation before I do my eyebrows because I just feel like it messes it up. So I just really like this NYX Professional Makeup Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. This is kind of the time when you can decide how you want the outside of your eye look to be. And when I say that, I mean this. Like, you could take your foundation and decide you still want it to be like kind of blurred, or you could take it and decide that you want it to be like crispy, like, hey, we're gonna be straight up and out. And then when you do your concealer, you can really like make it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna take this side as well. And I always go a little lower than I want to end, because if you mess up, it's not a big deal, but if you go too far, it's gonna look pieced together, you know, when you try to overcorrect your eyes, the eye look. So if you're gonna sharpen out the outside of your eye look, I would suggest doing it lower than higher the first go around anyways. I don't love the Tarte Shape Tape. I really don't. I much prefer the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, but let me tell you, baby, it dries quick. So move quickly. And I'm kind of in between two shades right now, so I'll do a little bit of this. And I'll do a little bit of the darker shade too, which is almost my skin tone, but I'm not full. I don't need to be like super light below my eye. So look, it's a personal preference. I mean, some people love it. I have girlfriends that really like to be like super light under their eyes, but I like it a little closer to. It's definitely not skin tone to go crazy, but here we are. Blend that out. You put concealer on, one, to conceal, but also to bring forward the features of your face. Obviously, it's just like a sketch where things that are, you know, lighter seem to come at you, and darker are the shadows that give depth. So we start with the foundation to give your face a whole clean slate, and then you kind of shape it with the artistry of makeup as we go. The hair out of the way. Okay, work on this here. Don't get super worried about lines under your eyes, because I just feel like it's gonna happen. Also, I don't know about doing like all over your lips. That's not really my jam, but I do get it because you all need the clean slate so that when you line your lips, you have the shape that you want. If you overline, if you're into that sort of thing, kind of into it. Okay, this has gotta go. Hello, ears. Okay, now, again, with the same setting powder that I set my eyeshadow with, well, not eyeshadow, but my eyes with, I'm going to set my under eyes and really most of my face. And I like to do this with a brush. A small brush that I only use for this. So I'm gonna set under my eyes. Right by my pores, my face, nose, where I get oily. Concealer. Right down on my cheek. You know, the important places. Some people like the baking stuff. It's not for me. I don't know. I think people have kind of moved away from it, but some people still swear by it, so no shade if you like to bake. I like to bronze with kind of a bigger brush. And I use this shape because it's kind of like, it's just easy to naturally contour your face. You know what I mean? Okay, so you're kind of gonna do like the shape of a 3, and that's where you want to do. I like to start here, go down, and I know it was really popular over the summer to be bronzy like everywhere. And since I'm kind of all of you skin complected, not kind of, I am. I loved that. So I didn't have to wear much makeup in the summertime. Sides of your nose, and then the money pieces to get that chin situation looking like Kylie. Okay, get in there. If only. Okay, bring it down. Now on a scale of 1 to Jersey Shore, I don't like to be that bronze. But I do think it gives your face like a lot of life and a lot of color. And I do a little bit on the, like, you know, where the sun would kiss you too. Isn't that gonna ruin where you just put concealer? Thank you for asking. No. Okay. Now that we are bronze goddesses, I like the Hula one, by the way. Benefit is just really up there in my face. Okay, as far as blush goes, don't think I'm crazy, but I usually just go whatever eye look I'm going with. I just try to use the eyeshadow palette and make it flow. I usually stick to like these warm tones in here for my cheeks. This one I use a lot. Let me see if I can get the right freaking name. I think it's called Buns. Buns. I use a little bit of that, and I'll use a little bit of the color that I use in my eyeshadow. So just like, you know, brush it off on your hand a little bit, and then go in very lightly. I watched JLo's makeup artist on Tati's channel. Tati is another beauty influencer on YouTube. Love her videos. But he was like basically a magician with the blush situation. I've never seen anyone do blush like that. Look that up too. All right, getting a little bit more, brushing that off, and just going in lightly on the forehead where you get kissed by the sun in the summertime, even though it's like 40 degrees here now and really cold. Okay, happy with that. Okay, usually I would have contoured in between this, but I forgot. So there's a smaller brush, and I go in with this Tarte palette. I do like a cooler tone to contour with. Not that the contour is super hardcore, but I kind of just like mix in between these two colors. And then you kind of look straight on and you find where your cheeks go and just follow that. And then again with the blending, because you don't want to look insane, you just want to look snatched. So just kind of follow that. Don't go too far down because that will drag your cheeks down, but you want people to know that your jaw exists. Not your jaw, cheekbones. Cheekbones. Thank you. I'll go in for the jaw. In there. Optical illusions are everything. And then I'll go in. I'm not really super hardcore about my nose contour, even though I hate my nose, but you know, do the sides to make it seem more narrow, and then you do the bottom to make it seem like you have like a cute little nose. And then you kind of go up where you did the bronze and just kind of follow into your hairline so you don't look insane. Okay. There she is. Here she comes. Okay, and also with this, I do take a smaller brush and I take the darker shade and you do right under your lip to create like this shadow. Like your lips are so large and voluptuous. Thank you. Okay. Now, the highlight. This Juvia's Place, this loose glitter highlight is everything to me. I hate the mess it makes every time. Like literally, just when you open it, you know, powder kind of like fluffs up. And closing it, you get glitter everywhere, but I love glitter. I just hate cleaning the mess. So here it is. You can't really see it, but it's gorgeous. And I just tap on the lid and then I go right in at like the top of my cheek and lightly dust that on there. Stunning. And I do like to look like a beacon of light, so yes. And then I bring it up into my you know, highlighting your brow. Make your nose glow like your Rudolph and bring it right up in the center. Do your Cupid's bow, which is the top of your lip part. Why? Because you're trying to look like a goddess, that's why. And then to this side. Now, if you ever feel like, wow, that was a lot of glitter, you can either go in with your damp makeup sponge and be like, no, 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 and take a little bit off, or go in with your setting powder too. I also like to do a little bit above, just to look a little bit extra. Okay, now that I'm glowing like a Christmas tree, go in and do your under eye, and then I will finish with the eye. Oh my gosh, my eyebrows too. Jeez. What am I, loco? Okay. So for brow, the e.l.f. It's called Instant Lift Brow Pencil. One side has a little spoolie on it, and then one side is the Jammy Jam with the pencil. It's kind of like a lip liner, but it's for your eyebrows. It's super quick and fast, and easy to apply. I mean, really. I just kind of color it in. And you find your eyebrow shape. I mean, you know it. I am for the thicker eyebrow look. So if that does not appeal to you, don't line your eyebrows so big. So I kind of start, and my eyebrows are two completely different shapes. I mean, you can see that clear as day. But I'm trying to make this one look a little bit longer to match the other one. This is like my really good eyebrow, and this is the hideous one. You know what I'm saying? Do you have a favorite eyebrow? Yes, you do. So just lining this up. And then you don't want to color it in like a 3-year-old trying to color in lines, because then it will be too opaque. But you just kind of color it a little and then brush it out, and color a little and brush it out, and just kind of see what it does. Be careful brushing too hard though, because your foundation will 100% come off, and then you're like, what the heck? Why did I even do any of this? And it's a pain, so don't do that. See what I mean about the two different eyebrow shapes? This one's like, hi, and this one's like, it's just not, it's not it. I like to actually see the hairs on my eyebrows. Some people don't. Some people like that ish thick on there. Again, makeup is just your preference. Just showing you how I do it. Now, if you do it and you're like, that is not what I want my eyebrows to look like, or you want them to look more defined. Sometimes I do feel that way, and I get a little, you know, pencil brush, and I'll go in and like edge it, you know, I edge out the brow. Edge it on out, using that same Jaclyn Hill palette. I love this ish. I usually don't start with pigment right in the front, just because I feel like that looks too strong for the look that I like. Coming on too strong. I set my eyebrows so that they don't go anywhere. I love the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I know people get their eyebrows laminated, and I just feel like in my head I made up that this is very similar to that. Because let me tell you something. Once you put your brow, it kind of like makes your hair look slick, almost like a hairspray for your eyebrows. Your eyebrows are going nowhere, I'll tell you that, once you put this on. I mean, really. Nowhere. They are set. And it kind of smells good. All Benefit stuff kind of smells good. under the eye. I'm gonna go in with a little brush. It's thicker than the pencil one, the eyebrow pencil. Like literally it just says it's BS small, so I can give you like no numbers, but it's kind of thicker, but it's angled. Hi, hello. Pukey. And I'm just gonna like stamp it down. And it's easier to like tilt your head down and look right in there. Because if it's your first time doing your under eye stuff, it's uncomfortable for sure. I do makeup and people are always like so uncomfortable if they're not used to it when I do under eye makeup or lower lash mascara. It's a weird feeling. I'm gonna go in with the orangey shade now and just kind of go into the outer corner with it and drag it towards the center. I'm just gonna try to make that line that I talked about earlier nice. I usually go for like a more of like a buffed look rather than the like edge, because I almost always wear a winged eyeliner. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a fluffier brush, maybe the same one I did the burgundy color with, which is called Hilster. I'm just gonna kind of brush it into the corner, the outer corner. Again with the burgundy color on the outside. And bring it right up in here. Then the way that I like to kind of buff it out always is with like a fluffier but flat brush. And then I'll just take it either clean and see how that goes with nothing on it. A little bit of like just blending, and then I'll take it down in the bottom. So it doesn't look so precise. Blurred lines, blurred edges. Plus I'm partial to like a lot of color below the eye. I just think it really rounds out like a look. Okay, I'm feeling like that looks nice. I just want to see if this will blend. And the answer is no. She's dry. She's dried in there for good. It doesn't hurt or anything, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything, but I did not like that eye stuff. Now, I ran out of my Stila felt tipped pen and I just haven't gone to get another one. So this e.l.f. liquid liner with like the paintbrush kind. If you want like a tippy, if you're good at drawing and comfortable with drawing the eyeliner, I would definitely say this is the one. It takes a little bit to dry, but oh man, it gives you the sharpest edge. You start outside the eye and flick up towards your eyebrow, like the outside of your eyebrow, and just bring it in. Bring it home. I'm gonna hop off camera, put my other eyeliner on, and then add the falsies. Okay, classic Tarteist lip paint. This is the shade Extra. These things are the bomb diggity. Let me tell you something. When you put these on, it's not coming out. You can eat, the outer corner will still be there, you apply the inner corner, or like towards the inside of your mouth, I'm telling you, it's going nowhere. When I apply these two, I like to start in the center so that I know what I'm doing with the lining. Same thing with the eyeliner. I want to mention that too. Start in the middle because that is what, when you pull it out, you have the most paint on your brush, and you don't want to put that at your finest point. Anyways, I had to say that. Sorry, it's my first YouTube. Line. No, thank you. On my very first photo shoot ever, this woman did my makeup and she was so wonderful. Her name was Shelly, and she taught me some tricks about lipstick. And after you apply the lip, you just go in and it will get like the inner parts out. You can also do it with your lipstick thing, but anyways, tips of the trade. And that is a finished look. Gotta have your setting spray. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This dispenser is just like when you're in Line at Busch Gardens and they're spraying the water down in the fan when you're in line, it's so hot. That's this. The finest mist. It has a pleasant smell. It doesn't really smell, I don't know what it smells like, but citrusy, no. Just like pleasant. Anyways, there you have it. I really like this look. I think it turned out very festive, very holiday, very sparkly. Bear with your girl. This was my first YouTube video ever, and I don't even remember what I said. Simply a look. Oh hi, didn't see you there. Gabrielle with my own YouTube channel. Is it a channel? Hi. Ooh. Hey, welcome to my channel. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gabrielle, your host and guide through this holiday glam tutorial look. Oh, keep watching. Back to you, T. I mean me.